Good morning from my car. I'm actually starting to like sleeping in my car. It just feels, I don't know, it's just quieter and I don't have to worry about hearing little animals outside and things like that. I haven't been sleeping in my tent very well. So the past couple nights I've been sleeping in my car and it's not that bad. I wish it was a little more comfortable. I'm still in Arizona, by the way. I never actually went to California yesterday. I don't know, by the time I got into town, I didn't really feel like driving the 4 hours to the next place I wanted to go, which would have been in California. So I ended up finding a campground here to stay at for the night, and it is really nice. It's at a state park, I think. Yeah, I think it's like 7:30 right now. I just woke up a little while ago. I do this thing where I wake up, but I have to lay here for at least 30 minutes to an hour before I actually get up. I don't know why. I've always been like that, where I'm just like, I can't just wake up, open my eyes, and get up. That feels so like jarring to me. I have to just lay here and slowly regain consciousness. So that's what I'm doing. But today, I am going to California today, and I'm very excited. I'm going to a campground that's surprise on a lake. After that, that'll just kind of kick off my California adventure of going off and checking out different places. My first stop, of course, is going to be San Diego because it's right there. It's kind of the southernmost little city. Y'all, there are donkeys here. Like just wild donkeys. They call them burros. I don't know if that's just the Spanish word for donkey or if it's like a totally different thing. I don't know. But they look like donkeys and they're pretty big. And like, you know, I'm just at my campsite and they just like walked right past my car last night. It was kind of wild. There's like 2 or 3 of them at like 3 in the morning or something. I can't remember exactly when, but it was like middle of the night. I've seen a couple of rabbits. I saw a mouse. Yeah, so there's plentiful wildlife here. Lots of cacti. It's kind of cool. When I finally get my ass up, I will kind of show you all what the area looks like. It's pretty neat. So I'm in this place called Bombay Beach. I guess it's like a little town, and it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's like this tiny little place with all these rundown trailers, and there's a lot of graffiti, and there's a lot of cool art and sculptures, but they're all made out of like scrap metal and trash. I feel like I'm in another dimension. It's so bizarre. Like, let me show you what I mean. You see this little dinosaur? And little, like, spaceship looking thing. Yeah, it's like, what is this place? So, I totally forgot to mention I'm in California. I just drove into California today, this afternoon. I just went over to that weird little town to get a bite to eat. I was in this super, I don't even know what the word is, bizarre little dive bar that had just, you know, some burgers and fries. I was just kind of craving a burger and some fries. So I didn't get any video in there. I maybe got a picture, but the whole place, all of the walls and the ceilings were covered in dollar bills that people just drew on or write on. It was so funky. It was just this little divey place complete with a jukebox and pool table and this really sweet, goofy older man who was bartending. Maybe he was the owner, I'm not sure. It was cute, but also I don't know, that whole experience, it just felt like I entered another dimension entirely. So I'm gonna camp tonight at this, so there's a lake here, and it's kind of a beach, but I'm kind of getting the impression that you don't really go in the water. Like, I don't know if the water is swimmable. I don't even know if I'll really check it out very much. I'm just staying here for a night, leaving in the morning, kind of the same thing I've been doing the past couple days. It's weird because this lake is just right in the middle of a desert. So I don't know, it's kind of a bizarre little place. The view's really beautiful. I'll show you here in a minute. I must say, I am ready to get out of the desert. I don't know, the desert vibes, I feel like are not it. I don't know. Yeah, like it's kind of cool, you know, the cacti and seeing some of the wildlife. It's kind of neat, but I don't know. I'm ready for more green and palm trees and other trees and like an actual beach. Ooh, that's a big fly. Come here, come on now. Isn't it crazy how flies will like fly around an open window and then not go out of it? Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, I'm ready for I'm ready for an actual beach that I can explore and go swim in the ocean and, you know, that sort of thing. I'm ready for that. I'm excited for that. And in the next couple of days, I'll be going to San Diego, and I found there's quite a few camp spots around San Diego, and I did find one that's on the beach, so I'm really excited about that. I think that will be fun. So I am in a town called Borrego Springs, and I'm going to be camping here for the night, and then I am driving to San Diego tomorrow. And last night was fine, where I was camping out by the lake. It was pretty chill, and this morning I woke up kind of early and just drove into town. And as I was driving into town this morning, it really hit me that I'm back in California, and I just cried a little bit in the car just out of sheer, I don't know, joy, excitement. It just really felt like this moment where I finally allowed myself to appreciate how far I've come. I mean, it's been 5 years, well, since I lived in California, but even being here at all, you know, 5 years, it just feels like it's been so long. And I didn't say this in the last little clip, but that little divey bar that I went to that I got a burger at, the older man that was taking care of me when I went up to pay my check, he said thank you, and he said welcome home. I was like, yeah, thanks. And I didn't even tell him anything about that I was traveling or wanting to move here. Like, I did not reveal anything about what I was doing or my personal life. So I thought that was really sweet, and it definitely felt like this moment of like, oh yeah, I kind of do feel like I'm home. Maybe not necessarily in that town specifically, but in California, it just is like, oh yeah, it's good to be back. It's really good to be back. So this little town, Borrego Springs, is pretty cute. It's pretty cute. I don't think I'd live here. But it's kind of a cute little town. Yeah, it's been a nice little place to just kind of chill. I went and got breakfast somewhere, and then I've just been kind of wandering through these little shops in this little shopping area. I did get me a carnelian bracelet. I was literally thinking, I swear, just like yesterday or recently, that because I love carnelian and I was missing wearing it. I have a necklace, but it is buried in a box somewhere. It's like all my jewelry is. I really only have like this necklace and one other necklace that I've been keeping with me. I've been wearing the same earrings, you know, just have like one set of jewelry that I've been wearing, so I don't want to dig out the jewelry that I have in a box. And I've been kind of wanting another carnelian bracelet, so I found one and I was like, yes, I like that. Oh, and I really like the little card that comes with it. That I'm gonna read to you what it says. So it says carnelian, and then it says courage. Surrender yourself to the universe and meet each day with an open heart and open mind. Remember to trust in your path, knowing that everything happens in divine timing. I thought that was perfect, and I'm literally gonna keep this like in my car where I can see it every day, and I think it's a beautiful reminder for me to just really start each day with that intention to keep an open mind and open heart and be excited for what I could experience or explore or discover or find out. Especially now that I'm in phase 2 of my journey, which is exploring California with the intention of finding a place to live and also have like an adventure too, like also to have fun. But yeah, so I thought that was really perfect. Also, I want to show you this other thing I got at this same little shop. So these are, what are these called? Apache tears. And so the guy told me it's obsidian, but what it is, it comes out of a volcano. It's like a volcanic, here, let me just read to you what it says. It comes from a volcanic eruption, and it says that it was from, I guess, around Arizona. It says, from fire to water to stone, brings grounding, protection, and peace. Stand tall. I liked them, but what I particularly loved about this is it says that it is made from fire. Well, actually, I want to research that a little bit. I want to know like exactly how it's made, because it says from fire to water to stone. And as I've been talking about, I've been wanting to connect more with the element of fire and water. So I felt super drawn to get one of these, and they weren't very expensive. They're just these little stones. But yeah, the guy told me that technically they are obsidian as well, and I do like that stone a lot. I think it's very protective. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep one with me. And then the other one I'm going to wrap and make a necklace out of. But yeah, I really liked that it is connected to both fire and water. And that's what I've been talking about. That, you know, that I've been wanting to deepen my connection with these elements and also help to have a healthier connection to fire and water. Yeah, I feel like the fact that they come from a volcano gives them some pretty potent energy, so I'm excited to see what that's about. And then yeah, I'm camping tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going into San Diego. I'm excited. I am ready to really begin exploring the places that I want to explore. Yeah, Borrego Springs is cute, but like I said in the last clip, I am ready to leave the desert. I kind of realized like the desert really does not feel nurturing to my spirit. It does not feel like it enriches my soul. And I feel like I've kind of noticed even these past few days as I've been, you know, I've been driving through Arizona as well, through a lot of desert, and I've just been feeling kind of like, I don't know, like my mood hasn't been super great, you know? Like I've just been feeling kind of blah. I don't know how to explain it. That being said, I could see certain types of people gravitating towards the desert. Here's the thing. I think it's really interesting what kind of environment you feel drawn to. Also, let me just say this. I really feel like even in this past year, but also maybe in the next year or two, that there are going to be a lot of people who move to a different place. I really feel like in this next phase of society, particularly in the United States, I I feel like there's this vibe where people are going to go where they're needed or where they feel most alive and their energy is, I want to say, more easily harnessed, like because the environment feeds them. I'm really feeling that. I mean, I feel that for me 100%, but I feel that kind of collectively too. And when I say collectively, I mean more so maybe in the United States, but maybe elsewhere too. I don't know. If you live in a different country, well, let me know if that is applicable to you or if you've noticed that in your country, if people are moving to a different place. And I know people move all the time. You might be like, okay, well, yeah, people move. But I'm just really feeling that. I've really noticed that. And I know people who have moved either within this past year or are moving within this next year. So just saying. I definitely really feel like a lot of people will be moving to where they're needed and where their soul can be nourished and nurtured in a way where they can really do what they came here to do, basically. That's how I feel. I can't wait to go to Northern California. I really feel like I can't wait to connect with the redwoods. Those trees are so old and beautiful and tall, and I'm just so excited, and it's so green up there. I miss the green. Yeah, just the desert is not it for me. I feel like I need to be by water. Yeah, and you know what? I really think that I'll know it when I'm there. I think wherever I go, I'll know. I'll be like, okay, this is the place. This is it. This feels like home. This feels like I could live here. So yeah, I'm excited to check it out and share that with you all and share this process. It's kind of such an interesting process because I feel like when a lot of people move, I would say when most people move, they move to a specific place. You know where you're moving to. But I'm doing this very differently where I'm just going to a region or a state and I'm just like, I don't know where I'm going to end up. I'm just going to figure it out as I go. So it's going to be kind of an interesting process, but we can cross deserts off the list. No, we know that that's not the vibe. So, that's progress, right? Good morning from Borrego Springs. I think the last clip that I was trying to record cut out. My phone storage is getting full. I have a really old iPhone. I have an iPhone 7 and it's still kicking, mostly anyway. And sometimes I have trouble with like my storage because I guess because it's an older phone, sometimes it doesn't always support the apps that I have on here. Like there are apps that I have that aren't even compatible with this phone anymore. It won't support the software update, I think. I don't know technology, so that's all I know. Eventually I would love to get a better iPhone, but this is what I got for now. So we'll just have to bear with it. I will just have to bear with it. You don't have to bear with it. You don't have to do anything. You're just here for a good time, right? So I'm going into San Diego today. I'll try to keep this video brief. That might be in the next episode. I feel like this video's right at the length where I feel like people would have enough patience to watch it. And I guess I will see you there in the next episode.